Akbar and the Golden Paddy. One fine morning, Emperor Akbar's bedroom was being cleaned by his trusted servant. While dusting the shelves, the servant's hand slipped, and Akbar's favorite vase fell and shattered into pieces. The poor man's heart sank. He knew how much the emperor loved that vase. Terrified, the servant quickly gathered the broken pieces and threw them away, hoping Akbar would not notice. But when Akbar entered his room, the empty spot caught his eye immediately. "Where is my vase?" he demanded. The servant, trembling with fear, lied. "Huzur, I took it home to clean it properly." Akbar frowned. "Then bring it back immediately." The servant had no choice but to confess. With folded hands he admitted the truth and begged for forgiveness. But Akbar, angered by both the lie and the loss of his favorite vase, thundered, "You dared to lie to your emperor? For this dishonesty I sentence you to death." The servant fell to his knees, pleading for mercy, but Akbar's mind was set. The following day, Akbar brought the matter before his courtiers. "Tell me honestly," he asked, "has any of you ever lied in your life?" In one voice all the courtiers replied, "Never, Jahanpanna. We have always spoken the truth." Akbar nodded with satisfaction, until his gaze fell on Birbal. "And you, Birbal, what about you?" Birbal folded his hands and said calmly, "Your Majesty, every human lies sometimes. I too have spoken lies. But I believe there is no harm in a lie that hurts no one." Akbar's face darkened. "Birbal, how dare you justify lying? If that is your thinking, you are unfit to serve in my court. Leave at once." Birbal bowed respectfully and walked out, but in his heart, he was deeply troubled, not for himself, but for the poor servant whose life was now at stake. That evening, Birbal sat thinking. Then an idea struck him. He went to a goldsmith's shop and said, "Make me a single grain of paddy from pure gold. Shape it exactly like real threshed rice." The goldsmith worked all night. By morning, the golden paddy was ready. Birbal took it carefully and went straight to Akbar's court. Akbar was furious to see him. "Birbal, I expelled you yesterday. How dare you return?" Showing gold paddy to Akbar, Birbal said, "Your Majesty, I wanted to tell you something important. That's why I had come here today. Yesterday evening, while going home, I met a saint. He gave me this gold paddy of rice and told me to plant it in some fertile land. If we sow this, there will be gold crop in that field. I have found a fertile land. I want all the courtiers and you to come too to that field to plant this gold paddy. Then we can see whether what saint said was true or not." Akbar agreed and ordered all courtiers to reach the field, next day at fixed time. Next day, when everyone reached field, Akbar asked Birbal to plant that gold paddy in the field. But Birbal refused and said, "While giving this plant, saint instructed me that field will yield gold only if it is planted by a person who had never told a lie. That's why I cannot plant this. Please order one of your courtiers to plant this." When Akbar asked courtiers to plant that paddy in the field, no one came forward. Akbar understood that everyone had lied one or other time. When no one came forward, Birbal gave that paddy of rice in hands of Akbar and said, "No one is truthful here. That's why you should plant this." But even Akbar hesitated to take that paddy and plant it in field and said, "I have also lied in childhood. That's why I also cannot plant this." After hearing this, Birbal smiled and said, "I got this gold paddy made by a goldsmith. My aim was just to make you understand that people in the world sometimes lie. A lie that doesn't harm anyone is not a lie." Akbar understood Birbal words. He gave him his place back in court and pardoned the death sentence of servant. The poor man was brought into the court, tears of gratitude streaming down his face. He bowed before Akbar and Birbal. Akbar then addressed the court. "Remember this, a lie spoken out of fear is a fault of the ruler as much as the subject. From today my justice will be tempered with compassion, for only then can truth flourish in my empire." The courtiers applauded, and Birbal was reinstated with greater honor than before. The servant lived, forever grateful to Birbal's wisdom. And as for Akbar, he never forgot the golden paddy that could never grow, just like the impossible claim of a man who says he has never lied. Moral: fear creates lies, but compassion encourages truth. Justice must be balanced with kindness. Even the greatest ruler must listen to wisdom before passing judgment. If you like my story, please like, comment and subscribe.